on at 10. I'd love to see you down here at 9 St Nicholas Place, right in the heart of the city. There's cake and everything. We'll have a chat to you about that a bit later on. Now, imagine a scenario where, money and situation's no object. You're tasked with giving your spouse the ultimate gift. Now, you might lavish them with fancy jewellery or fast cars and take them on a dream holiday. Well, for my next guest, the gift he received from his wife was one of her kidneys, which I'll grant you in most circumstances would be a bit of a surprise, but for Dan Norcott, it was a life-saving gift. Now, he has a thing called polycystic kidney disease, which is an inherited condition where, in essence, cysts grow on the kidneys and eventually stop them working. And just over 3 weeks ago, about 3.5 weeks, he underwent the transplant with a kidney donated by his wife, Alison. And I'm delighted to say that Dan joins us in the studio, which in itself is remarkable. You had this major operation 3.5 weeks ago, and you're here in the studio. You've even been cycling again.
Yeah, I feel great. They said I could start cycling gently after 3 weeks, so I've been going 5 miles a day and going on walks and things. And I feel remarkably like 20 years younger, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. Before I was sleeping 12 hours a night and waking up feeling really tired still and having a nap later in the day. But now I'm sleeping like 11 till 6 and waking up all bushy-tailed and I just completely renewed. It's excellent.
And did that feeling sort of happen almost immediately after the transplant?
Yeah, in the morning afterwards. I was a bit groggy immediately after the operation because I was full of opiates and crazy anaesthetics. But then in the morning I woke up and just realised that my mind was sharp and I felt lively and I felt awesome. And then it was just a case of recovering from the operation, and after 6 days I was out.
That's extraordinary. And how's your wife? Because it's a significant operation for her too.
Yeah, it's actually a more invasive operation to take one out than to put one in because you have to get your hand right inside and undo the plumbing. So she's got a bigger scar. So immediately after the operation, the recovery is harder, but then they recover much faster after that. So 2 days. She had it on a Thursday, and on the Saturday she looked really bad, and I felt like I was a vampire or something because I felt amazing and she felt awful. But then gradually throughout that day, she improved and was smiling and laughing by tea time, and then she was out the next day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then she was walking my son to school on the Monday.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, only it's about 400 yards away, but still, she's walking very slowly, and then over the course of the week, she gradually speeded up, and now she's up to full speed. She's a very fast walker, so I have to trot to keep up with her normally.
Because it wasn't originally the plan for her to donate, though, was it?
No, my mum was going to donate for me. That was the plan since I was about 20, because we knew I had this for a long, long time. But on the latest round of scans, they found that she had lymphoma, and she went through chemotherapy. And fortunately, that's dealt with now, and she's in remission, so that's all happy. But the toll that takes on your body means it's not really a good idea to steal a kidney from a 69-year-old woman.
But I mean, in itself, oddly, I suppose that the condition that you have in an odd sense kind of saved her life too, because otherwise she probably wouldn't have been going through those scans.
Yeah, I think they found it slightly quicker than they would have done, but I think it was quite a fast-growing thing, and they probably would have found it within a week or so. But obviously, the earlier you find a cancer, the better. So it works out okay in the end. And I've selfishly got a younger person's kidney in the meantime, which would have more chance of lasting longer.
And this condition that you have, effectively they're cysts and they bung up the kidneys, don't they?
Yeah, so they kind of tear it apart almost.
And your kidneys, you've still got them, and they're still sort of they produce about 10% of their
they get bigger and bigger, and they're remarkably resilient organs, so they look like a weird sort of blobby American footballs at the moment, like 3 or 4 times as big as a normal person's kidneys. But yeah, they can still pump out their stuff. But they're sort of backing up the third kidney, which is sort of lower down towards my groin. And then if they ever get so big, they sort of press on my spine or try to stick to my liver or whatever. They'll take them out either individually or together, and that'll take a few weeks to recover from.
So that's the thing which I'm astounded by, that they don't sort of take one out and re-plumb your new one into the existing plumbing. They have to presumably do a bypass route.
It's basically it can go in almost anywhere. You could have one on your toe, I think, as long as there's. You wouldn't be good at playing football, but as long as there's a good vein or artery to stick it on, it just has to be on a major thoroughfare, I think, and it's on just further down the same branch, I think, that the other kidneys go on. I've got a friend who's got 4. He's got his 2 old kidneys and 2 new ones, and there was a guy in the hospital with us who had 2 cadaver kidneys from an accident victim put in. And the thing with having a cadaver kidney is that it's slightly less likely to work. And sometimes they're sleepy. They don't wake up and start working straight away. So he had to wait a couple of weeks for him to start working.
Gosh.
But they are now, so it looks like he's going to be good as well.
And of course, there is a drug regime for you, isn't it? To prevent your body saying, well, what is this kidney? Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, I've got about 15 pills I have to take every morning and about, 9 or 10 at night. And they're a mixture of steroids and anti-rejection medication that lowers your immune system. So I've got to eat a bit like a pregnant lady. I should avoid soft cheeses and runny eggs and things like that. But yeah, it's not too bad really. I'm okay at eating pills. Well,
you've had to do it almost all of your life.
Yeah, I've been on blood pressure medication for the last 15 or 20 years, so I'm kind of used to that. The Adaport, the main anti-rejection medication, makes your hands shake a little bit, so you can see my hands shaking a little bit, but that will gradually reduce as your sort of body, I think, gets used to the new organ. I'll never be completely off it, but yeah, it's a small price to pay for feeling as good as I do.
I mean, I have to say, you look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I mean, we last met each other, a couple of months or so ago?
Yeah.
You look well then, but I suppose a bit tired.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just dopey.
And what does this mean for you, for your life, for work and play and stuff?
I've been working part-time, and I'm going to sort of up my hours a little bit. And one of the main things is I'm going to try and get ridiculously fit, because the slimmer you are, the less work your kidneys have to do, and the fitter you are, the better it all goes, basically. So I'm just about to buy a turbo trainer for my bike so I can do some exercise inside as well. And I'll be going out, 5 or 10 miles every day on my other bike if I don't do that. And just, try and get slim and healthy.
And the remarkable thing about a transplant is that effectively, of course, it's a different bundle of DNA and genes and so on.
Yeah.
So it means that it is not going to become disease like your other kidneys.
No, it's good. So they'll continue to grow and get worse, but it should be fine. And everyone's kidneys gradually reduce as they get older. But it could last me 25 years, all being well, which I'd be very happy with. I would like to say how amazing the staff at the Leicester General were. I was on Ward 17, and the nurses were almost supernaturally good. Like, every single one of them, so kind and professional and just caring. It was amazing. And the doctors, obviously, that didn't kill me.
Which is always a plus point.
Amazing.
I have to say, the General has a particular atmosphere, doesn't it? My grandmother was in there a little while ago, and it just seems a little bit calmer. And I don't know why that is, but it's just got this calming atmosphere, and lots of people with perhaps a little bit more time to just...
And I think being on a specialist ward as well, they're very used to what you need. And also at the General is where the kidney exercise team is based, who recipients of the money I raised last year when I did the cycling to Paris thing. And I've been talking to them a lot about exercise and kidneys and things. And I'm going to be taking part in an exercise study after Christmas with them, high intensity workouts to measure the impacts on kidney function and stuff like that. They think it'll be very beneficial.
Dan, it's great to see you. Keep in touch. Yeah. And next time you cycle to Paris, will you let us know? Yeah,
I will. Oh, can I just give you... I wrote a little thing. It's on kidneystuff.co.uk, which has got links to a blog I wrote about my transplant and how it works, which might be useful to other kidney patients. And it's got information about the Kidney Care Appeal and the kidney exercise team on it.
Kidneystuff.co.uk.
Yeah, it's just a page on a blog, really, but it might be useful to kidney patients and people who look after them.
Go on, sling your hook and get on that turbo trainer.
Yeah, well, thank you.
See you, Dan. Thanks.